Hi there, Roger Connect, President, Universal Accounting Center. As we work with our business owner clients and business community, and we're actually helping them as business first responders, one of the things we have to understand is as they have needs associated with this pandemic and economic crisis, we need to understand that as we go through the process of discussing their current situation and perhaps doing the consult with them, that hour or two long discussion as to where they're coming from, what they'd like to do and move forward, one of the things we have to understand is that the next step is literally an engagement. It's a short engagement, but it's specifically servicing their deliverables so that they're able to determine whether or not they should be applying for and seeking those government grants, subsidies, and more importantly, tax reliefs. Now, as they're ascertaining this, it may involve our doing a variety of things that are right in our wheelhouse. It's preparing the financial reports, assessing their cash flow needs, and looking at essentially their fixed costs, and with that determining really what needs to be asked for on a month by month basis in the short term to keep the company viable and running. So as an accounting professional, one of the things that you have to understand is you can initially be compensated for this consult. Many of the people that I'm looking at and observing, and ourselves here at Universal Business Builder, are actually charging about $500 to essentially $1,500 to $2,000 for that initial consultation. If they're a client of ours, obviously we already have access to their financial information, so it's easy for us to sit down and really ascertain their goals and what they're trying to do in the short term. But if not, then we actually need to get that information, and it's going to be a little bit more involved of a meeting. Now, if that meeting goes well and it's determined that the client does in fact want to take advantage of and apply for these various bank loans, SBA loans, tax relief type subsidies, all of a sudden then it's going to be a lengthier engagement where we're going to assist in preparing the necessary reports they need to file. And in doing so, we're going to be preparing these financial reports, their cash flow needs. We're going to determine what their fixed costs are on a month-to-month basis. And in assessing essentially what they need for those reports that they need to use to then file, we're going to charge anywhere between perhaps, let's say, $1,000 or $1,200 up to as much as $2,500. The $2,500, once we hit that limit, we may be actually crossing a threshold where we're going to have to declare in some forms that they actually did pay us for services in preparing this documentation. So that gives you a range of what you're looking at and a process to work with your potential clients as they're looking at doing all these things to really keep their business alive. Again, you're the business first responder. You're going to be triaging them and helping them realize what is the best course of action for their business based on their current immediate needs. Now, understand that that's not where this ends. The next step would then be moving into more of a lengthy engagement to implement these strategies, where I would then suggest easily using the book Red to Black as your template, your how-to guide to literally understand what needs to be done next in these businesses. This process here is meant to ensure that you as the accounting professional are in fact the expert. You're going through having an initial discussion to determine their needs. You're getting paid to sit down with them and assess what's the next step, and if necessary, doing the things needed for them to be able to apply for those loans, get those subsidies and those tax reliefs so that they can actually leverage them to their benefit to remain in business and obviously keep the employees that they have. This is going to be the lifeblood of the economy and the restart that everyone's looking for. But that's not where it ends. Again, it's actually here with that next engagement. It's the engagement where you literally help them put everything into place, moving from red to black, and therefore be profitable as an entity. The goal here is not just simply to survive as a business. The goal is literally to end the year on a very profitable footing and take what they're experiencing now as a business of really chaos and turn it into a profitable scenario. With you as their accounting expert, with you as their profit and growth expert, this can be done. So I encourage you right now, get out there, talk to your business clients, speak to the business owners in your community, help them go through this process of first having an initial discussion with you, then having that consult if necessary, and if appropriate, then going through the engagement process of literally servicing them to get the subsidies they're looking for, and then more importantly, look at an outcome that you can then engage with them with in the short term to long term to implement these things effectively. With that, just understand, accounting is the language of business. Business success is universal, and accounting success is universal. So take care, have a great day, and let's get to this. Bye-bye.